everybody, today I'll be talking about hydraulics. So let me start with something that's really basic. So the first thing you'll be needing to know about hydraulics is that hydraulics produces energy, which is basically water and energy consumed together equals hydraulics. So hydraulics is basically water energy. So water energy which makes electricity. So let's start with the first basics. The first thing you'll be needing to know is what hydraulics experiments that you can make about this hydraulic thing. This hydraulic thing is also can be used for lots of different ways. Like the first thing that you can use it as a paper bag experiment. So all of these experiments I'll go in detail and tell why this is possible and stuff like that. So let's start. So the first experiment that I'm going to tell you is the paper bag. The paper bag experiment is where you get a Ziploc bag and put water inside it. And then after you put water inside it, you take like a few or three pencils or color pencils. I don't recommend you color pencils, but I do recommend you pens and pencils and stuff like that. And remember to get a HB pencil, not a 2B pencil. So let's keep going. So put the pencils inside the paper bag, which fill with water, and this will make the hydraulics turn on. So the hydraulics will go interfering into the water and will stop the water from getting leaked. But the only problem is when you take out the pencil, the water will leak like a beautiful volcano kind of eruption coming up in a no. But let's keep going. So the next thing that you're needing, the next paper bag, should I tell you? I told you why about this experiment that happened. So now let's go to the next experiment. The next experiment is a hydraulic arm which produces energy with no batteries or wiring. Well, might need like tubes and stuff, but to connect them to each other to get the stations a lot. But it's okay. Let's keep going. And so basically, you have to take. I can't actually explain you how to do it because it takes a long time. So this video will take forever if I tell you. I'll just tell you what it does. That hydraulic arm does. So there are engines of different parts. Syringes of different parts, and then you have to press them. So basically one part controls the arm, one part controls how you move it, and like stuff like that. And then when you keep going like that, and then try to grab the or anything you want, and then you will basically go. So hydraulics is basically powering up it with the water tubes, basically putting all of the energy into the claw and makes it move. So if you keep going like that, it would work, but there's some parts that you might not get in the supermarket. So I told you why this happens, and the hydraulics is produced inside the water and makes it move. So that's how that experiment works. And let me think. There's another experiment that I made with potatoes. Potatoes with a zinc rod and what else should I say? A zinc rod and an iron rod. An iron rod and a zinc rod creates both of them, and you need two potatoes. You put the two potatoes and put the zinc and the iron ones together. So you want to put them with wires and connect them together to make them extra secure. Use a soldering wire and be really careful. And then after that, you want to connect the wires. Will have to be connected. You don't need to connect both of them. I think I should say that you have to take out those. I'm sorry, I said the wrong thing. But actually, you have to unplug all of those. I'm really sorry. That was actually a wrong mistake. You had to connect those two wires into whatever you want to power up. So even if it's a light up bulb, or I prefer a timer. a little clock or something like that. A tiny, tiny clock which doesn't have any batteries, stuff like that. So just have batteries like inside the power source. And then you basically connect those and solder the wires onto the floor, and then on the floor of the thing you want to power up. And then after you basically turn on the thing, and here is the magic. The thing turns on. So hydraulics is actually producing energy with water. So the energy produced in water is doubling the effect, so it makes it work. So that's basically what that one works. And I'm going to wrap up the end session with some little cool facts about hydraulics. So I'll give you like 2 or 3 facts. The first fact that I might talk about is Howard a successful formula. So first, that water and energy creates hydraulics. Hydraulics plus energy equals electricity, and electricity plus hydraulics equals powering up the source you want. So that's basically the formula. And the next thing that the fact that I'm going to talk about is the formula. Another fact which is about hydraulics, which is a really rare one, which is that one time I saw hydraulics powering up a fan. So literally they actually put water inside the fan, which made the fan work. But don't try that, because you literally have to, and who knows if your fan gets broken. So don't try that. But I did see it. And remember that do not plug something like a piano chord into a potato and check if it turns on, because that won't work until you have some power sources to make that work. So I think I'll wrap up now I wrapped up, so let's say goodbye and have a very nice 2021, and thank you.